Hello, Taurus. This is Carrie from Celestial Forecasts with your love and life reading, focused on the second half of June from the 16th all the way through the 30th. What I'm going to be focusing on here today are those of you who are in separation or going through some major challenges in your partnership. And it is general as always, guys, so please do take from this what makes sense for you personally. All right, so we're going to start things off with 3D messages for you and a particular person that you are thinking about at this time. I'm going to be using my Silhouettes deck, and we'll grab some cards from the Mystic Moon Oracles deck as well and clarify everything with tarot messages. So let's go ahead and take a look and see, when it comes to the 3D, what it is that you are experiencing or needing to be aware of at this time. Let's go ahead and grab some insight for you. Okay, for Taurus, please, angels and spirit guides. We've got stillness coming through here. So this card says, when we're surrounded by life's overwhelming demands on our time, our space, our obligations, our relationships, sometimes all you need is a minute to catch your breath, to find yourself again. So this to me reminds me of people who have been so incredibly busy, just maybe burning the candle at both ends. You're being pulled in so many different directions that you need to have some time to yourself, just needing peace and quiet to be still for a minute. Let's go ahead and see what else is happening in the 3D for you. For Taurus, we have caged. Isn't that interesting? You're not imprisoned or trapped unless you allow yourself to be. Open the door and walk out. These two cards for me kind of make sense, Taurus, because as I've mentioned, if you're being pulled in so many different directions and you're not giving enough to yourself, then your cup is empty, So if you feel trapped in a situation or in a relationship, you're not actually caged. You're not actually trapped. You can open the door. You can walk out. You can free yourself. Let's grab another card. We have wrinkles. So this card is basically a card that talks about wanting to grow old with somebody, wanting to be with somebody for the rest of your life, living life to the fullest. If you're not living life to the fullest, if you're actually feeling trapped, as it says, imprisoned in a situation where you're no longer happy, and if this is what you're looking for, you got to open the door. And then we have beam of light. Surround yourself with those who bring the light into your life rather than dimming it. Exactly. And that is self-explanatory, Taurus. If the people that are in your life, whether romantic or not, if they're bringing you into a very dark space, or if you're just not fulfilled and happy, then it's time. It's time to create change. It's time to welcome in new connections, or at least people that can surround you with this type of energy. And when it comes to love and romance, if the person that you're currently with, if there are issues there, and if you're really digging deep into your heart, and if you're being honest with yourself, and if you realize, okay, well, I love this person, but I don't think it has what it takes for us to grow old together, for this relationship to stand the test of time, then you have to really figure out for yourself, why are you there? What is it about this person that is causing you to stick around where you are no longer wanting to be there? Okay, so let's add to this. Let's grab some additional insight from the Mystic Moon Oracles here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know? Contemplation. So maybe you're doing a lot of thinking right now. Okay, which is a good thing. Or that's the person that that is thinking of you. Return. So I get for some of you that, and obviously you'll know if you've already done this, if you have actually broken free, if you have removed yourself from a stagnant situation, a relationship. And so now this person that you're thinking about or is thinking of you, they're doing a lot of thinking, perhaps realizing what they contributed towards the challenges of the partnership and maybe why you decided to detach or walk away from them. And now here they are wanting to return into your life, wanting you back. Let's grab one more message there. But again, if they're bringing in the darkness rather than the light, be mindful of who it is that you are allowing back into your life if you actually did take control and break free from a situation. Look at this. You are reinventing yourself, Taurus, or at least the desire to reinvent yourself. That's a good thing. Part of this reinvention too, I feel, for your person, if they know that they have to come towards you as a better person, if they couldn't show up for you in that way before, then they need to work on reinventing themselves so that they can actually be a good partner for you. Okay, so let's grab some tarot here. I'm going to pull from my tarot teacher deck. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Taurus in love and life for the second half of June, focusing on 3D messages here for your connection. So you're being directed to break free from situations that you no longer are either wanting to be there or it's just not a healthy environment. Time to break free. 8 of Pentacles. Okay, so this is your own earth energy here, Taurus. This could represent a new job for some of you. So self-employment for some. So I'm getting this for some of you guys, not everybody. If you are in a dead-end job, or if you're at a job where you're absolutely miserable and you feel imprisoned and trapped, you need to go. You know, you can, of course, perhaps line things up to where you have another job lined up so that you're not going to be unemployed and just be struggling. But if you can make way for something better to bring in this light back into your life and reinvent yourself so that you can attract something better, certainly when it comes to your employment, you could do that. But this could also apply to your romantic life, you know, your love life. Okay, so we've got a card coming up in the reverse. This is the 5 of Swords right here. Okay, so this is good, actually, coming up in the reverse, because this is the need to move on. This does represent a peaceful resolution. It also represents somebody who wants to make amends. It is the end of conflict in your life. Somebody who does want to reconcile. So that is coming up in the reverse. But I mean, we already picked up off of that because of this return card. So there is somebody who wants to be a part of your life. But the question is, do they deserve to be a part of your life? You've got the 5 of Cups coming up next. So 5s in tarot, you know, represent adversity, things that could be a little bit difficult. So this is sadness right here. Loss, grief, despair, disappointment. Crying over spilt milk, you know, is the typical interpretation of the 5 of Cups. But you don't want to really be focused on the past, and you don't want to be focused on a person that couldn't show up for you. And I mean, it's nice if they do desire to reconcile, if they want forgiveness for something that they've done, to make amends, but they have to be coming towards you as a better version of themselves. Otherwise, it's just more of the same, you know, and then you're going to end up being disappointed again. So you're being given this new start here, a new beginning. As it says, surround yourself with those who bring the light into your life, not people that are dimming that light. And I have a feeling here, if you relate to this, there's somebody that has been dimming that light. It's affected who you are. It perhaps has even changed your outlook, not just in romantic partnerships, but just how you see life overall. So hopefully this is you as well, contemplating your next move. Do you really want to go back to someone or something that did not fulfill you? Rather than just settling for a situation that didn't check all the boxes, you know? You don't want to just settle. So if this is something that you need to do to perhaps build up your self-esteem, your self-confidence, so that you can see yourself as a much better individual yourself, then that's what you will attract. You've got sixes coming in as well. So sixes represent growth in tarot. There's somebody here that you might be reminiscing about, because Six of Cups could represent nostalgia, happy memories that you have shared with somebody, contemplating about the happy times. But that's great, but you also have to remember the bad memories. It's wonderful to think about the good, happy memories, but the overall picture here and what's happening in the 3D is that there were some not so good memories as well. This, for some of you, could be a childhood sweetheart or somebody that you might have known for a very long time. Some of you guys could be really young, either late teens or even early 20s. But this is the desire for a reunion. There is this need for healing as well. So the Six of Wands is letting you know here, Taurus, that you can actually be really successful in your life. This is a card of victory right here. So again, when it comes to your career, money matters, finances, that might be something that you're making progress in. So again, when it comes to employment, finding a job, or advancing in a current position, this is you, victorious and successful. When it comes to your love life, you can be just as victorious and successful, but you need to not surround yourself with people that are not going to get you there. Okay? So the Ace of Swords representing a breakthrough and the clarity perhaps that you really need in order to make better, sound decisions for yourself, for your life, for your relationships. You have to know when it's time to cut things and people out of your life that no longer serve a purpose, and those who are not healthy as far as toxic connections, okay? Unhealthy attachments. Because you've got a new beginning. You've got a fresh start right here. And sometimes all it takes is you taking that first step. You know, the Fool is all about taking that leap of faith. But part of that faith starts with you. You have to believe in yourself. That is what's presenting itself when it comes to the 3D in regard to a particular love connection and just overall what's happening in your life right now. But somebody clearly wants to return. Somebody wants to come back to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look and see what it is that they would want to say to you. Maybe from their higher self in the 3D, okay? Some of these messages you might even be able to relate to yourself and what it is you want to say to them. All right, so let's take a look. Who needs to speak up here? You've only scratched the surface of what is in my heart for you. Okay. And what I really feel here, though, is somebody that wasn't fully open with you. You know, it's almost as if you had to do the work to be able to get them to open up. You know, it's like scratching the surface. And it took work, I feel, to get to know this person. I love your mouth, your lips, your teeth, your tongue, your kiss. There's something about those intimate moments, something about the way you guys kissed. And again, if that's what you're reminiscing about, the physical connection, which we're going to dig a little bit deeper into that later in this reading, the physical connection, sexual chemistry. It's got to be more than that, though. But look at the next card. So this could be something that you're really focused on, or something that they are focused on. Your kiss is the only kiss my lips will ever yearn for. I long to taste you once again. Something about the kiss here. You're mine. They want you back. It's either that or you want them back. You see them as the person that you want to invest your time in. Okay? Just be mindful of who it is that you are investing your time in. Because I'm just getting for some of you that if they end up coming towards you as someone who hasn't done the work on themselves, if they haven't actually changed, if they're the same person, because we are focused on those who are in separation or going through challenges. So if it's much of the same, then you're kind of in that never-ending hamster wheel of dealing with the same stuff. So again, if you feel trapped, it's time to get off the ride, you know? All right, so that's what's coming through here, guys. When it comes to the 3D messages, let's go ahead and add to this with what's coming through with 5D messages, okay? So I'm going to start with my Heart and Soul Love Oracle deck here. So focusing now on, excuse me, 5D messages for Taurus. What else do we need to know here? For Taurus, please. We do have obstacles. So this card says, our connection has had so many challenges. We take 2 steps forward, 1,000,000 steps back. We make progress, we forgive, we forget. Then we regress and go back to our old ways of creating drama and stress. I can't keep climbing over these obstacles by myself. We are either both in or I'm out. This could even be an ultimatum that you gave your person. Because you guys have to work together. So I feel, Taurus, that this might be a 5D message because maybe you haven't been able to really express this to your person. I get that for some of you guys. You know that there's been way too many obstacles that you've dealt with, but you're only expressing it in the 5D. Look at this next card. We have lies. Okay? This card reads, I'm tough. I'm independent. I don't need anyone. I certainly don't need you. Your love, your touch, your kiss, none of that ever meant anything to me. My life is sunshine and rainbows each and every day. Who the hell needs the kind of love that you and I shared anyway? They're lying to themselves. That's a part of the obstacle here. That they're not being truthful with their feelings. They're lying to themselves that they don't need you. So I feel this person has some issues, which is why you are being directed, perhaps, Taurus, to surround yourself with people that can make you happy, bring in the light, as we've already seen from the other cards. I feel this person could be in a very dark place. And as this card says, you know, you can't keep climbing over the obstacles by yourself. You need them to be on board. But if they're coming through here letting you know, well, I don't need you, you know, I'm good. Which is BS. It's not the truth. Let's grab one more card. Yeah, look at these cards. Anxiety. I kind of feel here, Taurus, and take this only if it makes sense, but it could be reversed for some of you. I mean, just look at these cards. We've got a masculine energy here. We've got a gentleman here. We've got a woman right here. So we could have the divine masculine who's lying to themselves, and that's causing the feminine to feel really anxious. Okay, so remember, you both have to be on board. You have to be on the same page. You have to both be willing to put in the work in the relationship to overcome these obstacles. So this card reads, there was a time when I was open to love and all of its vulnerabilities. I was brave, unafraid. But heartbreak has a way of changing a person, causing us to be closed off, holding ourselves back from finding true love. My anxieties have covered me in a blanket of fear. I'm so cold in this darkness, and I'm not sure I can ever let anyone in again. You see? So if you relate to this for yourself, Taurus, especially if you happen to be feminine, but I mean, this can relate to the masculines too, whoever needs that message. If you allowed someone else to put you in that dark energy or a very dark place in your life, it's time to open the door. That is the message here. It's time to open up a new door. Perhaps close the door to the past when it comes to a situation or a relationship that's just not good for you. And I know that part of that is a repetitive message from past readings. It's coming through here again because you haven't closed the door. It's still open. And it perhaps is a door that needs to be locked, and you need to throw away that key and open up a new door and find happiness in other people. Not just necessarily love connections either. I'm talking about surrounding yourself with the best of friends, with family that are supportive, even coworkers that understand your situation, who could actually uplift you and support you in the way that you need, so that you're no longer in this energy, in this blanket of anxiety, because someone wasn't truthful, because someone wasn't willing to work on the obstacles and the challenges in a partnership. It takes two people. And if the other person isn't supporting you, then it's time to break free. Okay? So let's add to this. I'm going to grab some messages here. I combined volume 1 and 2 of the Journey of Love decks by Bridget of Divine Essentials. So we're focusing on 5D right now. Even the 5D is really challenging, you know? It doesn't have to be, though. But I feel the person that you might be thinking about or are going through challenges with, they're just not pulling their weight, is what I'm getting. All right, let's grab a card. You've helped manifest my dreams coming true. Destined, okay? So the two of you were destined to meet in this lifetime, and maybe part of the reason why you're struggling to open the door, as I've been mentioning from the very beginning, is because they at one point made you happy. Maybe you did feel that you had met your ideal mate, that they were your dream come true. But I have a feeling here that part of these lies also could be that you might be lying to yourself. Even in the 5D, Taurus, you might be lying to yourself as well, that they are the one, that they are your ideal mate, when in fact, really, they might be causing more anxiety in your life more than anything. Let's grab another. We have humor, okay? I love how you can always make me laugh, okay? So maybe when you guys interact, there is this very lighthearted energy, great sense of humor. So, I mean, I don't think the relationship is all difficult and challenging, but there are clearly parts of it that are. But this could also be people in your life that can bring laughter back in. Let's grab one more. And then we have, I remember memories, past lives, okay? Some of you guys could have connected in a past life as well and reconnected in this lifetime. There's something about past memories that keeps drawing you in, perhaps. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot. So I'm going to clarify with my new deck, the Illuminated Star Tarot. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know here? All right, let's take a look. Let's see here. We've got the Five of Wands. Okay, so you guys have had some disagreements here. I'm not surprised. It's right next to obstacles, you know. But this could also represent rivalries and competition. So other people might have been a part of the drama. There could have been third parties for some of you, but it doesn't have to be. Part of this rivalry and competition could also have to do with family and friends that were maybe getting in on your business, crossing boundaries where perhaps they didn't need to be. We do have the Judgment card coming through here. So what I kind of get for some of you, and this could be your person's way of apologizing to you for lying to you, for creating challenges, for not meeting you halfway, for contributing to your anxieties. They could finally be waking up here, which is actually a good thing. So if they come towards you, reaching out, wanting to make amends, wanting to offer an apology, wanting your forgiveness, perhaps that might certainly help things to move forward. Because as this card says again, you know, I can't keep climbing over these obstacles by myself. We are either both in or I'm out. And that is what's going to help this relationship to grow. Two people who are actually putting in the work. This could be a part of your own vibe as well with that Page of Pentacles, Taurus. You know, your ambitions, regardless of your anxieties here, this can still be a card that will allow you to manifest certainly better financial opportunities for you. So if you've been struggling in that area, finances could be looking up. You can manifest so much in your life. But you got to be mindful because we've got the Four of Cups right here. Okay, so this could be a missed opportunity if you don't act, if you kind of are dilly-dallying and your focus is a little bit off. You could be missing missed opportunities. All of these new beginnings perhaps that are being offered to you that you might be overlooking. This could also be boredom. Okay, so going back to what I said earlier, if you are at a dead-end job, if you're not happy, and if you're bored, and perhaps if you're not paying attention, if you're not focused, and there could be other opportunities that want to present itself to you, and you don't recognize it, and you're not on point with what's going on around you, then yeah, you're going to miss the boat. You're going to miss that train that's coming in for you, you know? But this could also represent how you're feeling about someone. You know, maybe you're just trying to convince yourself that they are the one for you, but maybe there's also a part of you that's just really bored with the mundane part of the relationship. At one point, they were a part of your manifestation, a part of your dream come true. But again, if they're not showing up as the type of partner that you need them to be, then that's not a good thing. You know, it's creating an imbalance here. You've got the Star coming in for you, Taurus. So this, first of all, is self-care, being able to focus on you first. This is letting you know that there is absolutely hope in a situation, whatever that might be, whatever is weighing very heavily on you at this point in time. Your wishes can still manifest here. Did the Star card not already come through? Let me just double check. I've done so many readings here today, guys. Sorry. Okay, no, it hasn't. But you did end up getting Six of Wands, which is success and victory, which is such a great card. You've got the Fool offering you a new beginning. Okay, Ace of Swords, another new beginning, new opportunities, a breakthrough and clarity. And now you've got the Star card coming here to offer you hope, to restore your faith in someone or something or a situation. Doesn't have to be a love situation, but that is what we are focusing on here today. Let's grab one more card. Some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarian also. Or you could be dealing with a Capricorn. That is the Devil card right there. I don't know what it is, Taurus, but if you watch my other Taurus readings, you'll know that that Devil energy is pretty prominent. So either you are dealing with addictions, addictive behavior, or you're dealing with somebody who's got that issue. Either actual addictions, alcoholism, drug abuse, or some other form of addictive behavior. There's something codependent there. There's something unhealthy. And whatever it is, those unhealthy attachments, you need to get rid of it. This is also a card of feeling bound or trapped, which that already came through right from the very beginning. Okay, remember, you ended up getting caged. So you're not imprisoned or trapped. Remember that. But if there's somebody here that you're involved with that makes you feel like you have no choice, that's not true. That's perhaps they're lying to you, telling you that you don't have certain options or choices, but you do. You really do. Wow, guys, interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some dialogue messages from their higher self in the 5D. What is it that they would want to say to you, or what you want to say to them? If there were no obstacles, if there were no issues standing in the way of you guys being together, if we got rid of all the drama, what is it that you guys would want to say to one another? So take from these messages, as always, Taurus, what makes sense for you. The beautiful memories we've shared make me sigh, laugh, cry, and fall in love with you all over again. Yep. So either they're feeling nostalgic about these beautiful memories, or you are, or you both are. And the thing is, as I've mentioned, that's great. Good memories. It's nice to remember and reminisce. Because remember earlier, you ended up getting the 6 of Cups, which is about nostalgia. Picking up off of that energy of happy memories. But part of remembering memories, you have to remember all of it, not just the good. Because I have a feeling here, your anxieties and these obstacles represent not so good memories. And you have to remember the good and the bad. You may not be my first love, but you will be my last love, my best love. Okay? That might be something that you guys said to each other. Or again, these are messages from their higher self in the 5D. And maybe they are recognizing that you're the best thing that's ever happened to them, but they're so saturated in their lies that they need to really clear that energy in order to really see things clearly. Nothing went right for me today until I saw your face. Okay? So maybe they were having a bad day, or just nothing seems to be going right in their life, and maybe they have pictures of you guys together, or they're able to have access to your social media perhaps. So until they see your face, nothing was going right, and you uplift them, but they have to be able to have that effect on you as well. All right, their last message to you from their higher self. Cross my heart, I promise to be there for you always. You are my whole life, my whole world, my whole heart. And hopefully they will be able to prove that to you in the 3D rather than in the 5D, where it's more of spiritual and telepathic type interactions, So we'll have to see. We'll have to see where that's going to go. But that's what's coming through, guys, as far as 5D messages here when it comes to you and this person. All right, so let's go ahead and add to this. with some telepathic conversations, since that's the next section of this reading. So I do feel that whoever it is that you're thinking about, they have either lied to you, they were not fully open and honest. You might be dealing with somebody who, first of all, are coming through as this devil energy, and that's just very unhealthy. There's something about the partnership that is not good for you. And I know that that came through in a previous reading. I believe so. And that seems to be a repetitive pattern still for some of you guys. And it's going to continue. It's going to continue to keep popping up because it's not being addressed or it's being ignored. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some messages. Again, focusing on telepathic conversations. What would the conversation look like should telepathic connections and interactions be happening between the two of you? So I'm going to start with this deck by Angelic Revelation 144. You have my heart, soul lovers, and separation. Angels and spirit guides, please, focusing on Taurus. So what would this conversation look like telepathically at this time? I wish that you were here or I was there. I wish that we were together anywhere. Okay, so this is clearly for those who are in separation, wishing that they could be with you. I am so deeply ashamed of my actions. I can't face you right now because of the hurt I caused you. Can you ever forgive me? That makes sense for me, because I really do feel you've been dealing with somebody who did hurt you, and they hurt you big time. I mean, this is not just a little hurt. This is major heartbreak for some of you. And they really want to know, can you forgive them? That, of course, is up to you. And lastly, always on my mind and in my heart. Yes, that's you always and forever. So they still think about you, clearly, feeling nostalgic about the connection, the happy times that you guys have shared. But I'm also getting here, Taurus, that they have really failed to be a good partner for you. I'm just feeling here intuitively that this person that's coming through in this reading for the collective, they've dropped the ball. They really have. I'm just getting that. So I'm going to focus on the Divine Masculine right now. This is my Thinking Man Oracle. This is the Volume 1 version, focusing on the masculine. So let's grab some messages, some telepathic messages from your Divine Masculine here. I do forever. And then we tried. Okay, so what I'm getting here, Taurus, Divine Feminine, is they might have promised you forever, but as I mentioned, they dropped the ball. And so they're coming through here letting you know, it's like, we tried, at least we tried, but I don't think they tried hard enough, you know? Take this if it applies. She broke my heart, so I broke yours. Please forgive me. So there's that need to forgive that's coming through. So this is somebody that, and I've said this in many of my readings, hurt people hurt people. It's a repetitive pattern. Somebody broke this masculine's heart. They didn't take the time to heal from that, entered into a relationship perhaps with you, Divine Feminine, tuning in, and they ended up hurting you as well. That's what's presenting itself there. So let's go ahead and grab some messages now on behalf of the Divine Feminine. I'm going to pull from my Woman's Intuition Oracle deck. So my feminines that were hurt by this masculine, telepathically, for those in separation, what do you want to say? I feel for those resonating with this, despite the hurt, despite the challenges and obstacles, you still hold a special place in your heart for this person. But you need to have a special place in your heart for yourself too. and not surround yourself with people that hurt you. The heart wants what it wants, and I want you. Okay? So this is clearly coming through for some of my feminines. You still want this masculine despite what has happened here between the two of you. I will never love again. Oh man. So I get this for some of my feminines. It's like you really saw this masculine as your end all. It's like, that's it. I have found the one. And when things ended up not working out, you convinced yourself that no one else could ever come after this person. You know, you're never going to love anybody else the same way. Your kiss lingers on my lips still. So I'm also getting for some of my feminines, it's like, you don't want to kiss anyone else. This is it. This masculine, nobody else will ever do. But, you know, if that is the case, because clearly we have references to perhaps a masculine who wants to return, who wants to apologize, who wants forgiveness, you got to make sure, though, that they actually did the work on themselves to deserve to be coming back towards you. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab some tarot here. I'm going to go ahead and use my Modern Day Seers Tarot and Oracle, Tarot with a Twist. If you are new to my channel, this is a deck that I created especially for advanced beginners who would like to learn how to read tarot. And the majority of the cards, it's got upright and reversed meanings, as you can see right there. And so it makes it really easy to learn. And the challenge here and the twist here is that I've also included new oracle messages as well as new court cards exclusive to this deck. So a lot of cards that are featured here in this reading. So of course I will include all of the links down below, Taurus. So let's grab some insight here. We've got a lot coming through telepathically. Three of Cups is a reunion. Okay, it can represent a positive outcome. So it's possible, of course, that a new beginning can be a part of this equation between you and this person. But for some of you, I'm getting that this could also be new love, that some of you have found it within you to detach from somebody that you knew just wasn't good for you. You know, it was forever at one point in time, maybe in the beginning, and they dropped the ball, and you're not going to allow yourself to go back to somebody that didn't treat you right. Okay, so this can bring in new love for some of you. Oh my God, you see, we can't get away from this devil energy. Capricorn, the devil. Some of you really are feeling bound or even obsessed with a particular masculine. I'm feeling this for my divine feminines here. You know, I will never love again. The heart wants what it wants. I want you. I don't want anyone else kissing me. You're it. But some of you guys might really be dealing with a masculine who's still broken. So remember this message. I'm so deeply ashamed of my actions. I can't face you right now because of the hurt I caused you. Can you ever forgive me? Please forgive me. That's up to you, of course. But you need to be mindful of what these unhealthy attachments are with this devil energy, because that's the second time in this reading that is coming through. Addictions, shadow self, unhealthy attachments. Feeling trapped. So again, Taurus, if you are feeling trapped, you're the only one that can get yourself out of a situation. Whether that's a dead-end job, whether that's a dead-end relationship. If you take no action, no one can take action for you. Nine of Wands. Eight of Cups. You need to learn from what did not work before. This is about learning from past failure. This relationship is testing your faith. This really is the need to be more guarded and set up your boundaries when it comes to this person who's in this devil energy. You're being directed to leave it behind and walk away from this person, Taurus. Look at this. You've got the Emerald of Water. It's time to go with the flow of where life and love want to take you. Being rigid and closed-minded prevents you from growing and finding the many blessings that are meant for you. Remove stagnancy, stubbornness, and stalemate type situations from your journey. Love yourself enough to see that you are a gem with so much to offer to the world and to the one who is meant for you. The one who's meant for you isn't necessarily the one you want, because the one you want may be in this devil energy. The one you want, Taurus, may not be good for you. You're being offered a new beginning here. You've got this Ace of Cups, but first and foremost, you have to be able to fill that cup of love for yourself. This could be a new relationship, a new beginning for you. This is letting you know that the possibility of improving your relationship, certainly when it comes to love, it can improve, it can get better. But if you don't open that darn door and walk out of a situation that's unhealthy for you, then you're going to continue to experience this type of energy in your relationships. That is what's coming through, Taurus. So, it's time to, as it says, remove this stagnant vibe in your life. Don't be stubborn and don't create these stalemate type situations. You don't have to be stuck. But I have a feeling that's exactly what's happening. That you are kind of stuck in your way of thinking when it comes to a particular person that you have so much love for. And that's fine. As it says, the heart wants what it wants. But it would also be quite beneficial for you to want better for yourself. And that includes detaching from someone who is in that devil energy. It keeps popping up in the Taurus readings. And, some of you guys might be watching this and just keep seeing the same freaking storyline popping up. That's because lessons haven't been learned. Doors haven't been closed. New doors haven't been opened. Lessons really have not been learned. Cycles have not completed in order to bring in new cycles. You can't have a new beginning if you're stuck. If you don't welcome in a new beginning, it will be a missed opportunity. No one can open that door for you. Nobody can close doors for you. These are things that you need to do on your own. Plain and simple. Okay? So, the next section of this reading is focused on the physical connection between you and a particular person that you're thinking about, the sexual chemistry. So, let's take a look at that here. I'm going to start with the Sugar and Spice Oracle. This is one of mine, a little naughty, a little nice. So this section of the reading, guys, it can contain sexual innuendo, sexual content, profanity. If you're not interested in this portion of the reading, you're more than welcome to fast forward. All right, so let's begin. Let's go ahead and grab some messages here when it comes to the physical connection between you and this person. Angels and spirit guides, please. All right, guided to this one. We've got pineapple. Being with you is like living in paradise. You'll be totally consumed with my deliciousness. You won't be able to resist my charms. I want to tantalize you with my juicy kisses. Let's plan a tropical vacation and share a pina colada. Somebody might really love pineapple or pina coladas in particular. And maybe that's how they make you feel, or at least how you guys felt in the beginning of the relationship, or the good parts of the relationship where it does feel like you guys are in paradise and everything is fantastic and wonderful. But I can't help but feel that there has been a shift here, Taurus, okay? We do have apple pie coming through. I'm unlike anyone else you've ever met. I'm sure you noticed sparks were flying right from the start. The magnetic pull and our chemistry is undeniable, but let's not rush into this. Let's take things nice and slow. Don't forget to add just the right amount of spice where it counts. Trust me, you'll have my juices flowing once you turn up the heat. Be careful, one taste of me and you may fall madly, deeply in love. I get that for you, Taurus. I have a feeling here that you are madly, deeply in love with somebody, even if they are not good for you. Let's grab one more message. And then we have cantaloupe. Commitment in a relationship is a very important step. I've always pictured us getting married someday, the kind you see in fairy tales, but sometimes making fairy tales come true can be a little expensive. As long as I can spend my life with you, I'm cool. Let's elope instead and go on a kick-ass vacation. So there's references to vacation popping up here. A tropical vacation, okay, might be something that you guys have desired to go on. And now that things are opening back up with the pandemic, you know, that could certainly be possible, Taurus, you know. So let's go ahead and add to this and see what else needs to come through. So I'm going to pull from the Slow and Sexy Sensual Love Favors deck, another deck by Angelic Revelation 144. I want to French kiss you deeply. So we do have references to passionate kisses, juicy kisses coming through here. Let's take a sensual bubble bath or shower together. That might be something that you guys really enjoyed doing. What else, please, for Taurus? I want to dirty dance with you. Something about dancing and sensual dancing. Okay, you guys might even love the movie Dirty Dancing. I want to massage your neck. Okay, so sensual bubble baths, showers together, those intimate moments, dirty dancing, listening to music together, making love to music, massages, very intimate moments like that. Okay, that is what they're reminiscing about. That is what they could be fantasizing about. This could be something that you as well are fantasizing about with the sexual chemistry and the physical connection. All right, so let's go ahead and grab some cards from this deck. This is the lyrics of The Heart Grown and Sexy by Divine Moon Empress. So what songs best describe the physical connection between you and this person? I mean, I don't doubt that that part of the relationship could have been really good, but I'm just getting here from your person, Taurus, that they kind of dropped the ball in other parts of the relationship as far as being there for you the way you really need that support. As much as they're there for you in the physical sense, in the bedroom, they need to be able to show up for you outside of the bedroom, you know? Okay. I want to make love to you. This right here is a panty dropper. This is my panty dropping love song with nothing but your heels on, loving you. Okay? So no doubt you guys have experienced those very passionate connections, those intimate moments, making love to each other, the intensity of that experience. You can keep your hands all over me, touch me right there, and rock my body. I can't keep my hands off of you. Your body is my party. Let's see what else. Last song. Your legs spread all over the bed, your hands clenched in the sheets, your hair wild as hell. I know that the only thing on your mind is sex and me. So, I mean, you guys could have certainly been very sexual, very sensual with each other. We're not disputing that part of the connection. Clearly, that could have been very magnetic and very strong. But as I've mentioned, I do feel intuitively here, Taurus, that your person dropped the ball when it comes to loving you, supporting you. And part of that support, I do feel, could be financial. Maybe I'm also getting for some of you guys that you were maybe just carrying the weight and supporting this person financially, and maybe tapped yourself out. So let's add some tarot. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my Tabby Tarot Teacher deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. What else do we need to know? Certainly when it comes to the physical connection, we know that that's solid. That part of it could have been very magnetic and passionate. We do have the Four of Wands here, which is another reunion card. Now, the thing is, Four of Wands represents a really strong foundation. If they want to be your ideal mate, be your life partner, come back into your life and actually do good, for lack of a better word, to be a really good partner for you, then they're going to have to work as a team with you in order for this to thrive, in order for this partnership to work. Because remember, going back to the obstacles card right here, you can't keep climbing over these obstacles by yourself. They need to be able to do that as well. You guys have to work together. Because even if there is a reunion here, for those of you in separation, if they continue to drop the ball, if they continue to not show up for you the way you need them to show up, then you guys are back to square one. You're not advancing, you're not progressing. And this does represent a twin flame connection for some of you guys, but just because someone is your twin flame, that does not guarantee that it's smooth sailing from here on out. It doesn't represent that, because a twin flame connection could be just as challenging as any other connection out there. Yes, it could be a very special mirror soul connection, somebody who represents the other half of your soul. All of those things are great, but that does not mean that they can't hurt you. That doesn't mean it's a perfect relationship moving forward. We do have the Seven of Swords, okay? So some of you guys could have been dealing with someone who was deceptive. We already have the Lies card that came through earlier, remember? Okay, right there. Seven of Swords represents lies. Someone who's tricky, someone who's shady, scheming, risky behavior. It doesn't always have to equate to infidelities or cheating in the traditional sense, as far as third-party situations and stuff like that. But I do feel it's coming through here because it was a part of the reality for some of you. But this is confirming here that you've been dealing with somebody who lies to you. You don't have to put up with that. Open the door. Walk out. You deserve someone who's going to be open and honest and truthful with you. Look at this. My divine feminines, you're coming through as the Empress. The Empress represents Taurus. You represent creativity. You represent abundance. You can bring abundance back into your life. But if you're attaching yourself to somebody who's in that devil energy, it's almost as if you attract the abundance and they're taking it from you just as fast as you're attracting it towards you. Some of you guys could have had children with your masculine. Or a child, if it's just one child. Because this does represent motherhood, pregnancy, fertility. It's also representing a very nurturing energy. And I feel that that's a part of your nature, is to be very nurturing with people in your life. But you have to be mindful, Taurus, of who it is that you are directing that type of energy towards. Because sometimes you have to direct that energy back to you first, or at least be able to treat yourself well and to treat yourself right. and to put yourself first on your list. I have a feeling that that hasn't been happening. You have put this person first on your list for the longest time ever. I get that for some of you guys, but they're in that devil energy and they're keeping you bound to them. And maybe there's a part of you that feels trapped, but there's also a part of you that loves them and desires them and wants them, and that you feel that you're never going to love again for the feminines. And then you've got this masculine wanting forgiveness. I just feel it's a repetitive cycle for some of you. Some of you guys could be in and out of each other's lives also. Man. I do like this though. King of Pentacles. Okay, also representing Earth energy, Taurus. So this is what I'm getting. In order for the masculine to come towards the feminine as a better partner, they do have to come towards you as this King of Pentacles, because they are bringing in their own abundance. It's not just one person putting in all the work. It's not just one person putting in, whatever is needed in the partnership to make it. This king is bringing in their own security to be able to establish that in the partnership. The King of Pentacles is faithful. They're not deceptive. They're not going to lie to you. So either, Divine Feminine, this King of Pentacles could represent your masculine who has reinvented themselves, who has worked on themselves, and they are no longer lying to themselves or lying to you, and they're coming towards you as a better person. That's one message. And for others, this could be a new love connection. You've had it with somebody who's lying to you and being deceptive. And maybe for some of you, you finally get to the point where you do open up that door and get the hell out of Dodge and open up another door to be able to find the right kind of love with someone else. So that's what's presenting itself there. All right, guys. So that's what's coming through from the physical connection. This is one of those readings, and I've actually been doing it for all the signs, but healing messages for this scenario, this storyline, definitely needed here. So let's go ahead and grab some of those healing messages. Angels and spirit guides, please, for Taurus. All right. What are the healing messages here, guys? Angels and spirit guides, please. Healing messages for Taurus, please. Divine timing. Divine timing is at play here. So there's progress perhaps that's happening, but it's going to take time. And this could culminate on its own time. It could really offer you the progress that you're looking for in your life. But we're operating on the universe's time frame here, not our understanding of time. Speaking of the universe, your angel guides, your spirit guides, even friends, family who have your back, you've got this amazing support system, Taurus, but I have a feeling here that you forget that sometimes. Look at this. Retreat. You're being asked to back away, to retreat from a situation, to retreat from somebody that you know is not good for you. This as well could be the literal meaning of a retreat, where you go on vacation and just have some downtime for yourself. You need to be able to trust your gut, your intuition, trust the messages that are being offered to you, perhaps in this reading, or from friends and family that know about the situation. For those of you who do have a family with your person, your children are very much affected by what's going on here. There's this need for you to take care of yourself as well. Take care of your health. Take care of your body. You've only got one, so be mindful of that. Meditation could also be very beneficial for some of you. The need to really just go within, maybe go into hermit mode, solitude, peace and quiet, to be able to figure things out for yourself. And didn't that come through earlier? Let me just look through this really quick. When it came to the messages, yeah. Remember this very first card that came through in the beginning? In the 3D messages? When we're surrounded by life's overwhelming demands on our time, our space, our obligations, our relationships, sometimes all you need is a minute to catch your breath, to find yourself again. There you go. We come full circle. Taurus, if that's what you need, then that's what you need. You have to remember that your guardian angels are there for you. You're really being looked after at this time. But you got to look after yourself too. Let's grab a couple more cards here. Healing messages, please, for Taurus. Intentions are very important. This always reminds me of the law of attraction. The energy that you put out there, your intentions, what you focus on is what you will attract back to you. So if what you're focused on is someone who is toxic, somebody that's in that devil energy, that's keeping you bound to them, bound to a situation, then that's what you're going to attract more of back towards you. Okay? We've got nature here, so maybe that could be something that you might enjoy, being out in nature. That could be where you decide to meditate and just kind of be still and focus on you and come up with perhaps a different plan to move forward. This is also a reminder that you got to allow nature to take its course. Divine timing. It really does come full circle here, Taurus. Okay? So let's add to this with some additional messages from the Lover's Oracle. Okay, so take care of yourself in the meantime. So Lover's Oracle messages. There's a lot of decks featured here today, so as might have already mentioned, everything will be linked down below. And just a reminder that a bunch of my decks, well, not a bunch, but a few of them are on sale, so you might want to check out my deck shop link. And I've also got new decks that have been added onto the list. All right, so Taurus, what else? Only time will tell. Do you see that? It's so true. Allow nature to take its course. Divine timing is at play here. Twin flames. Okay, your passion ignites. Maybe you really do see this person as your twin, but as I've mentioned, Taurus, that does not guarantee happily ever after. That does not guarantee it's going to be smooth sailing from here on out. It just means that you feel a very strong soul connection to this person, representing that twin flame journey. And again, the passion, the physical connection, the sexual chemistry, all of that looks amazing and all of that is good, but it's just a very lopsided energy that I'm also picking up here from the connection with the individual you're thinking about. It's like a table that's missing a leg. That's what I'm getting here. Friendship. Nurture the bonds of friendship within your relationship and your love life will dramatically improve. Okay? That could also mean that your friendships are very important at this time. People that could have known of this person from the very beginning, mutual friends that you guys have together that know and understand the situation. And then we have reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Exactly. If it truly is meant to work out between you and this person, Taurus, then you got to allow the universe a little bit of wiggle room to work on your behalf to make that happen and to help you out. Okay, so wrapping things up, Taurus, for this reading, I'm going to pull some messages from the Whispers of Love deck here. Angels and spirit guides, please. So this is a rather long reading, but I don't know, I was just really compelled to do these for you guys, for all the signs. Consider your foundation. Yeah. Because, where's that card? Remember, guys, the Four of Wands came through. So which represents a twin flame connection, as we've already established that. But that, again, that does not guarantee that the foundation that you and your twin have built is strong. This is something that you guys need to work on. Again, it's about teamwork. It's about collaboration. It's about being truthful with one another. And the message in this card says you are being asked to look at how committed you are to love. And that applies to the person that you're thinking about too. How committed are they really? Are they ready to come towards you as a better partner? Or is it really time to lock that door and throw away the key? You've got some things to think about here, Taurus. A lot of things to think about, actually. So that's the message. And the bottom of the deck, which happens to be a very prominent message this time around, it keeps popping up. Honesty. Honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. Exactly. It's crucial here, guys, towards the development of your relationship, because they've been lying to you. There has been deception here, lies, cheating, shady, risky behavior from this person. They're coming through in that devil energy. Someone who is in that devil energy is not going to be honest with you. So that's something to consider here. All right, guys, so that's where I'm going to leave this one. If you are interested in your own reading, that information is down below. And I wish you guys the best. Take care.